My dear friends, as we know, the virus doesn't know of borders. We are all in this together. Love, friendship, and cooperation does not know of borders either. And this crisis is leading me to think that we need to get together and create a new world economic order. An order that is fair and balanced. An order that is considering life about stuff, living people above producers. And as it happened after World War II, since World War II was the previous major disaster to this one, a new Bretton Woods needs to take place or equivalent to create not only an economic order but an educational order, an analysis of history that places us beyond frontiers, beyond enemy lines, beyond the language of war that we have been very keen in preserving in the battle against coronavirus, to a language of friendship, love, and cooperation, in which the right to exist, to study, to health, to housing, to clothing is equal for all. I don't mean socialism nor communism, since those are obsolete words of a couple of centuries ago. I don't have a word for the new order. But it is definitely not what we have been living up to now. An order of injustice, unfairness, an interpretation of history which leaves the majority of the world's population out, and this Euro-North American-centric perception of reality that everybody else has been induced, conditioned, and brainwashed to imitate can't continue, even though the Federal Reserve today, one of the most insolvent banks in the world with $5 trillion in debt, launches more trillions of dollars into the population of the United States. What about the jobless in Mexico, in India, in Iran, in Israel, in all these nations which have been surviving and reaching an identity through the enmity with others? What about our Africans, black brothers and sisters, and their economic situation, in which there are areas in which water doesn't flow, and that women have to carry miles on their head jars of water for the drinking of their children? We have the technology today. We have geniuses in technology which have applied themselves to create new vehicles, new ways of transport, and new ways of communication that need to be generalized, not for profit, but for the prophecy of living, for the action that a future needs to be better than what was before today. Some politicians say that we want and we will return to normal in a few months, after the curves flatten, after the victims diminish, and after the infection disappears. But I want to suggest to you that we need to not return to normal, neither in the United States nor anywhere else in the world. A lot of politicals and politicians, ideologues, have been saying we need to erase the recent years and go back to where we were before. No, we need to move forward to where we want to be. and what a valuable living means to all concerned. We can't continue, especially in a day like today, when a Russian Air Force airplane has landed with 60 tons of medical supplies to cooperate in the fight against the virus in the United States. We cannot continue demonizing and creating enemies of people, races, religions, and evil neighbors. This has reached a point of enough. Enough is enough. Thanks to this crisis, I invite you all to contribute, to write to me, to communicate, www.drwarter.com, and to bring your ideas to the creation of a humanity think tank that is so needed.